I want to create a world without weakness. Anyone care to venture a guess just how? Yes.
Stem cells?
Promising, but the solution I'm thinking of is more radical. No one?
Cross-species genetics.
Wow, that's the new Peter Parker, also known as the Amazing Spider-Man. The new version comes out just 5 years after Tobey Maguire played Spider-Man.
How about that? Our movie guy Aaron Lafferty is here with the question. Do we really need a new Spider-Man? Is that the kid from The Social Network?
Yes, that's Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
Yes.
I knew I'd seen him before.
Yes.
So
recently.
Is he really?
You know what? If you're a diehard fan of Spider-Man, the original trilogy, you probably aren't going to like this one.
Really?
But if you're a comic book fan, you might like this version of Spider-Man because this one is a little bit different. We have different love interest with Gwen Stacy, which is different than Mary Jane. So you have that. Plus you have... What I liked about this one is the cast. The cast is so much better in this one. Their chemistry is better. The action is pretty much the same. There's a different villain. It's a little bit different backstory than what we saw in the Tobey Maguire movie, but basically you have some of the major plot points. If you remember from the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, you have a lot of the major plot points. It's a little bit different. How he learns his abilities and all that is a little bit different. The 3D and the IMAX, not necessarily essential to this one.
Okay.
I think you still get the same effect in 2D.
Okay.
So save a couple bucks.
Save a couple bucks. That's Aaron always likes that. Yes, do we need to pay the money for 3D or no?
I've heard actually pretty good things about this.
Yes, it's getting mostly positive reviews, and you know I liked it. I gave it like a 7. So you know it's not for everybody, and if you really like the first ones, you probably aren't going to like what they did here.
But if you like action and adventure,
if you like action and adventure, it's worth it. You know, they're trying to reboot this franchise. There's also, if you do go see it, stay to the end of the credits. Well, not the very end of the credits, but stay through the credits. There's an extra scene in the credits that kind of pushes us towards the next movie.
Okay, very good. All right, the next one is interesting because Katy Perry was going through her divorce at the time.
With Russell Brand, right.
And they left a lot of that info in there.
So what we're talking about is it's like a music concert documentary. It's about Katy Perry, a year in her life. You go behind the scenes, you see her at the concerts, you see her with her family, and they left in the parts about her struggles with her marriage. So that's interesting. This is a rated PG, and it is one
like
release.
The Justin Bieber one that came out?
Yeah, it's kind of the same mold of the Justin Bieber movie, and you know, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff about how she got from being a young girl in a Christian family where she sang Christian music to kind of spinning it the other way and going more, you know, mainstream pop culture.
I kissed a girl and I like it. Not exactly what she was learning when she was growing up.
Is that a song or is that a statement?
Yeah, isn't that one of her songs?
Yes.
Yes, I thought so.
Just teasing.
Yeah.
With her colored hair.
I'm joking. Yeah.
I know
you guys should do the blonde.
You know, if I wasn't in TV, I might do something
I was
a little bit crazy.
I had green hair 2 days ago.
Not
I was in a pool. Not intentionally.
Right.
Yeah.
But Katy Perry, she's a well-liked artist, and I think
she's got a lot of fans.
She do really well with a certain group.
And this actually opens today. We had Spider-Man open on Tuesday night. You know, Katy Perry's movie opens today. We've got 2 other movies that are opening Friday because we're in the middle of this July 4th week that we keep talking about. It feels like a holiday every day. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Savages is Oliver Stone's new movie, and that's rated R. That's a drama. It's about 2 guys who have a marijuana pot growing business, and they run into the cartel, the Mexican cartel. Salma Hayek's involved in that, and they kidnap the girlfriend, so they have to go rescue her. This is Oliver Stone. This is very R. This is very violent, very
adult?
Very adult.
Okay.
So be careful with that one. Also, To Rome with Love. Now, this opens in limited release. It's going to be at North. It's going to be at Kalamazoo, the rave city place down there, and AMC Star. So it's in 3 theaters in West Michigan. This is another Woody Allen movie. It's not getting the reviews that Midnight in Paris got, so just be aware it's getting about 50% like on this one. So.
Hey, the other guy from The Social Network is in this one.
Yeah, so we got the whole Social Network thing going.
One of the few movies I've actually seen.
Social Network is Terry's favorite movie.
One of them.
It all goes back to the Social Network.
Exactly.
It's very well written, yeah. So Alec Baldwin's in that too. So.
Okay.
That's always interesting. He always has big stars in his, and then he loves to film in Europe.
Right.
So
he loves the scenery. He loves the big cast. So it's not getting great reviews. Just be aware of that.
Okay. So you recently had an interview with a big heartthrob that I know a lot of young girls be interested in hearing what you have to say next.
Last week, Magic Mike opened in theaters, and you know, it's a definitely more women's kind of movie.
Did you ask that question?
I did.
I asked you to ask him?
I did not ask him to dance. I'll put that whole interview up on my YouTube page later today.
Okay.
But basically, I asked him, you know, I asked Channing Tatum what it was like working with Matthew McConaughey, and I also asked him about what it was like. Was he nervous about doing this kind of thing in front of the crew and in front of audiences?
Look, no, I mean, anytime that you're going to have to go get, you know, butt naked and bare all in front of 250 people, whether they be women or a camera set, you know, camera crew or whatever, it doesn't matter. You're nervous. And even though I've done it before, I was still nervous right before they opened the curtain. I mean, and I admire and commend all the guys that have never done this and have went out on this movie and totally committed 100%.
So that was #2 movie last week. Ted was #1. Obviously, Spider-Man's going to take over that #1 spot.
Yeah, that's going to be the really big one. I think a lot of people, you know, in the summer, people tend to do things outside, but when this heat, I think there'll be a lot of people in the theater this weekend.
Yeah, because normally you do the forecasting, if you will, of box office, and weather usually plays a part. So if you either have really bad weather or really good weather, you know, that usually plays a part. So I'm guessing a lot of people are going to be inside.
Yeah, the whole Midwest is pretty much under, you know.
Yeah, excessive heat warnings. Did you correct him? It's buck naked, I think?
I did not have
you didn't have the
I didn't.
courage quite to go down that road with him.
I was more in awe, like you guys were. Like, oh my God, did he really say that? So.
Okay, so you have your picks for this week too, Aaron.
Right.
What are they?
So if you're gonna go in the theater and maybe Spider-Man's not for you, go see Ted. It's an R-rated comedy. Let me just say that right now. Just because there's a talking teddy bear, it's not for kids.
Don't take Coco.
This is a foul-mouthed teddy bear who also drinks beer and does pot and
likes ladies.
Hangs out with his friends, likes the ladies. It's very different from other comedies we've seen. It's probably one of the better R-rated comedies I've seen this year. This is from the creator of Family Guy, so if you like that kind of humor, Seth MacFarlane, it's his first directorial debut. This is his movie. Mark Wahlberg's in it. He wishes for his teddy bear to talk, and then he grows up, so then he has to deal with this bear that's still hanging with him. Mila Kunis is in it, and a lot of familiar Family Guy.
Sounds like a funny premise.
It is. The premise is funny. You know, it's not the best movie ever, but it's certainly funny, and it's entertaining. It's entertaining.
Yeah,
and again, it's R-rated.
Okay, and I know that you're also you've got your favorite movie of last year.
Yes,
in your
The
picks.
Artist is out on DVD. If you haven't seen it, go rent it.
I haven't
See
seen
it on
it yet.
demand. Whatever.
Would that be good to watch in your living room, though? I wasn't
This
quite
movie
sure.
would put me to sleep without the dialogue.
Well, there's some dialogue.
That's why Aaron liked it so much. He was sleeping through the whole thing.
No. I mean, it's great because, you know, it's black and white and it's about movies. So it's a movie about movies. So if you like movies,
I think it sounds
see
great.
movies.
That's one that I really
Right.
want to see.
So check it out. If you're staying indoors, get the AC going, watch The Artist.
Sounds great.
See why it was the winner.
Thanks,
you,
Aaron.
Aaron.
We've
You bet.
missed you the last couple weeks. Yeah.
We'll be right back.
That's West.